doesn't matter. Whatever. This type of food poisoning made me shit for 3 days.
Your whole hockey team watched the OC.
Yeah. Just boys being boys, baby.
Welcome back, everybody. It's good to see you all. Thanks for joining the live stream.
I'm gonna do this great. The whole time.
Everybody looks great.
Lena Dunham over my left shoulder looks great. The anime friendship hour over my right shoulder looks great. If you're watching on YouTube, I googled our podcast, and there's a podcast called the Anime Friendship Hour, which I think is doing much better than ours right now.
Yeah, I believe that. Why is Lena Dunham on our?
I think it's called Women of the Hour. And
oh, okay, so similar audience.
Hour, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Similar topics.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of talk about sucking a guy's dick at Jewish summer camp.
I don't think I've ever told that story, so it must be about you.
No.
I didn't.
No, you told that.
No,
story.
It's
you
never
told that story
happened.
very early on in one of the first
happened.
episodes, and it's something you talk about a lot. So
it's never happened.
How you doing, man? Yeah, same here, dude.
I just ate, first of all, so I feel like.
Well, let's do a cooking intensive. Let's turn this into a cooking podcast. What'd you have?
A really boring meal. I had white rice a la Martha Stewart. Martha Stewart says to put the rice in after the water's boiled, like you're doing pasta style.
Okay.
And also she says 1.5 instead of a 2-to-1 ratio. And she was.
And then
right.
she also says to trade stocks after her buddy who works at a specific company tells her to, and then goes to jail for 1 to 3 years or whatever.
I can't believe she went to jail. That is so cool.
Yeah, it is kind of cool.
Like, she just came out now, like, as respected by everybody. You're like, okay, so you went to jail, you did your time, you're no longer even, like, it's not even funny to make fun of you at all anymore because you're just cool as shit. And you know how to make rice very well, so.
Yeah, I think she also hired, like, the best publicist who's like, what you're going to do is you're going to get high with Snoop Dogg twice a week, okay?
How did that whole thing happen?
I don't know, man. He was like, hey, you were on the inside, I was on the inside. Let's talk about it. Dude,
they banged for sure.
You think so?
Absolutely, and
everyone's I feel like Snoop Dogg's dick looks just like him. It's got an Adam's apple that's way too big.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
7 feet long and 100 pounds.
It's got cornrows, 2 cornrows up the top for some reason.
Yeah, out of the dick hole.
Yeah, yeah. It's wearing sunglasses.
It's called Snoop Lion sometimes.
It coughs. Yeah, for sure. I think everyone's like, oh, I can't believe Snoop would have sex with someone that old. But I think he's like older than her. I feel like
he might be actually.
I think he started his career when he was like 37.
He's 94 years old.
Yeah, in that band, People with Attitude, I think it was called.
He was not. He was not in that, was he?
He wasn't in People with Attitude?
No, he wasn't.
African Americans with attitude.
So, just as a small tangent, my girlfriend's had to do this thing at work where she's had to listen to customer service calls. And did you know that when you call into like a customer service line, while it's ringing, it records? Mm-hmm. Okay, I didn't know that.
So not while it's ringing to answer, while it's ringing for the next step.
Right at whatever it is. She played this call out loud, and it was just this guy going like, I'm gonna cuddle you later. Yeah, I'm gonna cuddle you. Yeah, just waiting for the person to answer on the customer service line. Like, yeah, I'm gonna cuddle you.
You don't think you don't think that he was talking to someone else maybe in the room?
That's what I mean. Is that we're hearing him talk to his girlfriend and be like, yeah, I'm gonna cuddle you.
That's funny. First of all, you seem to think that maybe he was of a different race. You did an accent there.
Yeah.
You did a little bit of a voice, a teeter.
Yeah, I did.
I'm not sure.
I did. and I won't say his name. I won't say his name, but it was, and I heard his voice, and it's exactly what I just did, is what the voice sounded like.
Fair enough.
And she also had to transcribe the customer service call for a person named Forever.
That's their real name?
Yeah.
Are we allowed to do that?
Like, what?
Are we allowed to just name ourselves whatever? I think we had this conversation before. Like if we can just give ourselves.
Oh yeah, it's a Louis bit that was stolen by Dane Cook. So this whole thing has been done a million times.
Right. Famous bit.
Yeah, we've done enough stealing Louis bits on this show that we don't have to do it when it's been stolen by someone else. You know what I mean?
Dude, the amount that never mind, like the podcast you have to restrain, but in my actual everyday conversation, the amount of time Louis bits just come up, it's like not even funny. I know. It's like he's like my only reference to anything. Him and like Nathan, maybe those are like my only references to anything. Or criminal psychology. Those are the only things I got.
You call them all your friends.
I wish.
Yeah.
I wish I had fun actual friends instead of just joking.
I did that Zoom show, which was fun.
Okay, so the traitor, the liar, the guy who completely has no morals, goes back on his word. Because you made crazy statements. I wish.
I said I would never do it.
Get the tapes. Play the tapes about Jason talking shit about Zoom shows until someone he could never say no to about anything asks him.
About anything, yeah.
Yeah, and not even because he's a better comedian, and not even because he's hilarious, and not even because he's more successful, just because he is black. Jason gets nervous around black people. So he says yes.
No, it's because I'll say yes to him. Also, it was great. It was well produced because there's an actual audience there. There were actually like more audience than comics on the show, which is what you would hope for on any show you do.
Is that true? I don't know.
Yeah.
How many people?
What do you mean?
How many audience members were there?
I think there were like 9 comics and probably like a good 25, 30 people watching.
Oh, really?
It was actually impressive.
Because on a clip I saw of one of our enemies. No, I saw your clip. That's first of all a great grand for you. I know why you're so happy because Rodney decided to share a clip of his comedy show. And what did he choose to show? He chose to not show the best.
2 people laughing.
Yeah, exactly. No, you got some laughs. It was
I know. Most people are muted, which I get. If I was watching a show, if it was like 10 o'clock on a Saturday and I had to watch a show with like 10 comedians doing shows on Zoom, I would not want my laughter going through. I would mute myself and probably turn off my camera because a couple of guys on the show ended up doing crowd work based on what people look like in their homes.
Yeah, I did.
And that's a nightmare.
I did a fucking nightmare because I had nothing. I was like, what else am I going to talk about? This is feeling weird. But yeah, so I saw a clip of you, but I'll bring that up in a second. I saw our friend Gabriel Omassi, whose YouTube channel is really coming together.
Right.
And he got promotional materials from Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Yeah,
which
I know.
Fucking probably
bitch, man.
The best place to get.
Yeah.
So very cool. Anyways, he posted a video of him performing on the show. Mm-hmm. Did you see that?
Yeah.
And in that,
I watched it.
It looks like everyone at the top is a comic.
Right, but then you have to like scroll through and see. There's like another every little bit of screen there. You have to go through and see other people there.
Sure. I mean,
you know
that's
what?
It
might
not
have been 20 people. It might have been 12. It might have been
cool.
comedians.
Bottom line is, it was fun, right?
It was fun because I got the actual pre-show jitters. You know what I mean? Like I wrote a brand new line I was happy with like an hour before because I was like I can't just do the same fucking shit I did this summer. Yeah. And I had one bit.
But you can, but yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I did, but and then I had one bit that's like older, and that's I wrote a new line for that, and it's like it was nice. It was nice to do that.
Look at Jason getting all nervous. Yeah, no, your joke sounded good and clean. I enjoyed that. It was a good joke. You should check out Rodney. What's it called?
It's called The Known Unknowns. And this one was like more of a mic style, like a open mic or like a showcase style. I know he's doing like other shows where it's like more headliner type people. Like he's got some Yucks headliners going on, and I think with like only 2 or 3 other comics, they're doing like longer sets and stuff. Don't know what that's like.
Bottom line, it brings back the little bug of like the stage fright and I'm gonna do this and to some validation. It's nice, no?
Yeah, it was nice. It was stupid and dumb and nice.
So more Zoom shows for the future for Mr. Sullen?
If people want to ask me to do them, I'm not gonna seek them out. I'm not gonna how like in the Comedians of Montreal page or like the Comedians of Toronto page, there's like people from like London who are like, hey, get up at fucking 4 a.m. and do a 7 a.m. mic.
Yeah, I've seen that shit.
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, entirely.
Jason's like, I know I might be a little bitch, but I'm not that big of a little bitch.
Exactly.
You know?
Thank you.
I'm
Thanks
definitely
for
a
understanding
little bitch,
where I'm coming
not
from.
that much of a little bitch.
Yeah, repeat it.
I may be. That's good though. I'm happy you did it. I got my scripts, the French version of the scripts for this.
I cannot wait to see who the French actor is for your commercial.
Oh, I already got it. I can show you the link to the to the guy. He's got like his own little Vimeo account. He's got 1,000 followers or more on Instagram. He seems like a very active, like hypery guy. They definitely like the scripts are reading like I should be like not really for me. So I've already wrote back. Like I was like, so how much do we have to stay faithful to these French versions?
Right.
I'm definitely going to be speaking to you. I need you. I want 5 minutes of your time to read because everything's so French that I just need someone who speaks a little bit of French.
What does that translate to in terms of money? For me?
I will. I will shave a few dollars off the next time you want some company and
okay, well
the next time you come over for the happy meal we call it,
right.
I'll shave a few dollars off of your debt because
we call it a happy meal because I crack you open like a Kinder Surprise and I find the toy inside.
It's weird that you would go with Kinder Surprise.
I know, the Big Mac, whatever the fuck, the Happy Meal. Yeah, the Happy Meal's right there. It's got a toy. Yeah. Whatever. I think it's because I've been craving Kinder Buenos, the chocolate bar.
So European.
I don't know. I've maybe had it 4 times in my life, but every time it's been an enjoyable experience. So I want a Kinder Bueno right now.
It's funny that like chocolate in Europe and is always like it's so extravagant and so nice, but like after a little while you just want a fucking American candy bar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want a candy bar. That's what they call it. And you don't want a chocolate. You want a
you don't want a chocolate bar. You want a candy bar.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
so sometimes you need like you remember what was it, Crunchy? Do you ever eat a Crunchy bar?
No.
Crunchy bar was just
the blue wrapper?
No, that's Crunch.
Okay.
And Crunch was not bad.
Okay.
Crunch was not bad. Blue American colors. It might be might be a Canadian bar. I have
probably.
No idea. But Crunchy was just this yellow brick gold bar of toffee, like crunchy toffee, and it was covered in chocolate. And
so like a Butterfinger?
Maybe kind of like a Butterfinger, but it was crispy. Like the toffee would kind of fall apart. It was so thick on this bar. And the wrapper was just gold like a Twix, but like even more blinding for no reason.
Right.
Those were not like that shit would layer to your teeth. You'd have a retainer of the toffee, slowly dissolving over a week.
As like you uncrunched your mouth, like opened your mouth, you had a fear that your molars would just pop out. At the same time.
Yes. Yeah. That's the kind of fucking
like your the cavity fillings just pop. You need a new lead filling in your mouth.
What the fuck is a nougat?
You're not supposed to say it that way, dude.
What's a nougat? What's an old gat? No, what is it? What is nougat?
Dude, you're asking the wrong guy.
You don't know?
Nougat? No, I don't know what toffee is either. It's all magic to me.
Yeah, because nougat's not like a nut or something like that.
No, it's a
can.
I don't know, dude.
It's something Willy Wonka.
Caramel. What are you asking me?
It's something Willy Wonka pissed out or something like that, right?
Yeah, I mean it's not liquid, so shout out.
It's Willy Wonka's kidney stones.
Yeah, that makes sense actually.
I think that's what
it's an Oompa Loompas kidney stones. What it is.
Oompa Loompa.
They definitely used parts of the Oompa Loompa in the Willy Wonka chocolate factory. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
like you lose one to the chocolate river, it just goes in there, and now it's part of the Twix or whatever. You know?
Dude, Augustus Gloop went into the water.
Right.
Mr. Gloop went into the water, and
he became like the thing that the nerd sticks to on the nerd rope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just his pancreas.
Yeah, so that's exciting. Did a little show, did a little dance. So I got the scripts. I'm looking over them. It seems a little like goofy, you know. Like I have to.
Are you
like
going
so far,
somewhere to film? What are you doing?
Yeah, there's gonna be a little studio set up. That's why I was confused on what the set. Like, what can we pitch in this script? What are the boundaries? Like, how much are you willing to spend? Are there other actors? You know, like all that stuff. And it turns out there are other actors.
Okay.
But the first one is
you show up and it's just like it's because it's a French commercial. You show up, there's like a clown
Yeah.
And if playing a kazoo and you gotta fucking
It's
beat
like
him
that
up,
pretty much.
make
It's pretty
love to
much
him.
that. No, so this is the script. The script so far is it's just like a guy who's
I
trying
hope
to.
you lose it. By the way, I hope you lose it because you talk about it. On
Because
the
I'm talking about it? Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious. That'd be so funny. They don't even know who the fuck I am. There's no way. I think
Yeah.
I'm somebody else. I have no idea what's going on. So this so far is like, it just says like a guy, an everyday guy in a mechanic jumpsuit that says Ricky on it, kind of crooked, and he's got dirt on his face, and he's trying to put in two plugs into each other. Okay. And he's working on a spa, it says. What's a spa?
A jacuzzi.
A jacuzzi.
A
it's
hot
what
tub,
I'm
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So he's working on on the jacuzzi hot tub, and he's trying to put two plugs in together, and he's saying something to the camera. I forget exactly what. Something about like, like I was hired to do whatever.
Yeah.
And then it pans out, and you see that his feet are in the tub at the same time that he's holding the wires and everything.
Classic.
And then you see like a smoke or something, but then it cuts. It has like a narrator says something, and then it cuts to like the guy, like as if he's talking to the clients before he got this job to do before he electrocuted himself,
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, I'm self-taught, and it's so cheesy. He says he's self-taught about a bunch of stuff, and then he says that he taught himself how to speak Spanish. Enrique Iglesias means, can I get another margarita? So that's pretty much how it translates.
Right.
And I'm like, oh God. So like I have to
We gotta rewrite this. All right.
yeah, I'm like,
Okay.
we gotta just erase
All right.
this.
Let's get together this weekend. We'll think about something
But it's funny to sign the
ruin
contract when they're
commercial.
like, we have access to your face for 6 months. We can put you anywhere on our website we want.
Right.
All over Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. It's pretty hilarious.
Yeah, man, you're gonna get definitely more messages from this than any other thing you've done in comedy.
Yeah, I hope.
I would think.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's good. Maybe it'll lead to other small acting things, and maybe I can get an agent,
Right.
and this will be the way in. Because I looked slightly into getting an agent, and it is not a fun, easy thing. Like you have to chap your lips and suck some dicks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like you've got to just do like hours and hours and hours of background work. That's what I've heard.
I don't even want I want. It's so stupid because it's such a competitive field, but voiceover shit would be amazing. Well, I could just be in a video game. Fuck you, get out of the way. The diamond's
Yeah.
over there. Go get the diamond. See, just cut those out. That's a whole day of work, and then they
I think
take
you
that.
could be the dragon itself as
yeah?
a Jew. Yeah.
Yeah, I
My
could-
gold.
Yeah. I don't know.
You have experience asking people not to touch your gold, I feel like, so it translates pretty good.
Yeah. Good one. Good one, you racist Jason. That's what we're gonna
All right.
call you from now on.
Yeah.
That's all. I got nothing, buddy.
Fantastic. Man, what was I gonna say? I went to the Korean grocery store last week. You wouldn't let me talk about it last week after you cut me off during my carbonara rant.
Dude, that's called a depanneur. Don't be fucking racist.
No, it's big. It's a nice big store. And I just, because obviously when you go in there, it's, mostly people who are Asian looking for ingredients they can't find at a regular grocery store. But then there's also the one, like, clearly anime couple, They both have turquoise and pink streaks in their hair. And they're not buying any actual ingredients. They're just buying nothing but like the exotic ramens that you can buy.
They're just taking
The
pictures of
packages.
themselves with the peace signs in front
Yes,
of it.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
I just love that couple at the grocery store. They're just like, they're like talking like anime people, like I don't know.
To me, that guy,
ramen.
the guy has a eyebrow ring, long black hair to me. Like that's like
Yeah.
that classic anime dude, and he's drinking a Monster Energy drink, and
He's got a striped black and white tie on. With a t-shirt.
but with like one of those anime T-shirts. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then
Yeah.
and then he's got the hottest Asian girlfriend for some reason.
No. These are two white people buying, shrimp and snap pea ramen that you can't find at the regular convenience store. They have to do their bulk buying there.
Man, these people, like, it's crazy that there are some people that are in their 30s still acting like that. Like, it's like you still need a personality so badly that you're still using the one you bought when you're in your teens. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta wear out that
It came in a
guy.
pack of Pokemon cards. It's a holographic personality.
Yeah, it's so. Did you ever do? What's the nerdiest thing you did before besides not have sex until your 20s?
Definitely, I guess Pokemon cards.
Oh yeah, you were a collector, right?
Yeah, well, no, I wasn't a collector. I didn't know what the fuck to do with them. That was the thing. Because everyone else at school had them, and I bought them as well. And then I didn't know what to do with them besides trade them. There was a game involved. I didn't play the game. You know what I mean? Like
there is a Pokemon game. It's like you play the same as Magic the Gather. Oh my god, what the worst? The Gathering. Jesus Christ.
How do you make it nerdier? You know?
Yeah, it's just so.
How do you make this worse?
I remember I had a friend who was slowly, like, we were great friends in like the end of elementary school, and then high school. What happened for me is I started going through puberty way too early for anyone's good, and so it really made me so involved with the opposite sex that I kind of like had nothing in common with my friends very quickly when I was like 13, 14, you know?
Right.
They were all still like just wanting to like watch Power Rangers and whatever. And so I was like, I need to get out of here and just jerk off all the time. Just rub my dick on anything.
And they were like, "You're just like Eldor the elf, who actually has a high sexuality value, and if you play it during a rainstorm, you know, I don't fucking know how it works.
I like that.
You
were
play
doing
it
well.
during a rainstorm setting, his sexuality peaks, and you can actually fuck Gamora."
Gamora. Yeah, that's a good one. Green. I'd fuck a green. I never understood that. Like, William Shatner has sex with the green alien, and you're like,
Is that what I just said? I had no idea.
No, Gamora is the character. I just
Sodom
did in
and
my
Gamora.
head.
Okay.
No, but Gamora, I'm pretty sure, is the character from Guardians of the Galaxy, the green one. And that's what made me think of green aliens. And then I thought of William Shatner, how he had sex with the green alien in that famous Star Trek episode.
Which, good for him, man.
Man, William
Honestly.
Shatner was the man. He was just he was having sex with all the aliens, and he was having all the sex with real people in the real world. So, and he was talking like this, always looking for the point. Where is it? I don't know. And you gotta respect that.
Yeah, you do.
I liked how like actors back then really needed to find like a really pronounced, almost stage like way of acting. Like Adam West and Captain Kirk. You know, all these guys.
Yeah.
The fucking weirdest way of talking.
Man, I feel like Kelsey Grammer got real lucky with his role of like that transatlantic accent, you know, like the fake British American accent that people talked with in like the 20s, you know. He got so lucky that was his life.
Dude, nothing made me more angry than fucking Frasier as a kid. Nothing.
Yeah, because it would be the best shows at like 5 o'clock, be like The Simpsons, Seinfeld, followed by Frasier. And you're like, who the fuck watches Frasier?
What the fuck is Frasier? Okay? Like, I just didn't even understand. Like, I remember thinking, like, is this what I'm going to turn into when I become an adult? Like, this will just become funny to me? It's so fucked up. Dilbert was like that, too. I was like, what, is this will just be funny one day?
This is my life?
Yeah, this will be my life, and it'll be funny because it's just my life? I don't even...
Get it? His tie's weird.
Yeah. Why is it funny working for an idiot? That's awful. That seems awful.
I've never read a Dilbert in my life.
Yeah, because you recognize the guy in the comic too much. You're like, I don't.
That's me.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he grew a mustache. You're like, I need to distance myself from Dilbert as much as possible.
To grow a personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too bad you didn't become an anime boy.
Man, that'd be so sick, though. I think. Just to not give a shit and be like a furry / anime guy, you know, like a guy who's just like super into My Little. Have you ever heard that story of like the My Little Pony creators? Like some kid, his Make-A-Wish was to have a My Little Pony made up of him, like before he died, and then the animators, like the creators, have to be like, listen, we know we have a large community of bronies who love to sexualize My Little Pony, but please. Don't make any porn with this one character, and they just right away did
of course.
it.
But it's so stupid. It's also like, how about just don't look at the porn? I would say it's like you're supposed to pretend the porn doesn't exist. You know what I mean? It's not.
Right.
It's not.
That's a good point. Actually, I didn't think of it that way. But I mean, it's got to be so in their face that they were like so aware of it, you know? Like they've got to get so many messages every day of just like look at how big I made this guy's dick.
Yeah. Where does it go? Where? Imagine all the ponies just had flopping dicks the whole time walking around, just dragging behind them.
Look at Starfly's dick. It's massive.
How did they bring that shit back? It's crazy. That was huge when I was a kid.
Was it? Dude, I don't remember how it just existed my whole life. I never really like,
My Little
big.
Pony, my gay pony. It's dumb.
Yeah.
But you know, everyone loves it, so
everyone loves it. Is that your takeaway?
Yeah, that's my takeaway. Everyone loves it. Let them have it. Hey, let them have it.
Right.
I watched I watched this show called The Sinner. I think it's really old. Have you ever seen it?
I've seen season 1 and 2, and season 3 just came out.
Right. Okay, that's it. So I think the lady was watching season 3, and so she said, "Have you ever seen season 1?" Wanted me to see the first episode because it's very shocking. The first episode, you're very much like, "Oh wow, what just happened?" With Jessica Biel, and it was.
Why is that your comedy? Why is it just you mispronouncing things?
Well, maybe I'm not, Jason. Do you ever think of that? Maybe I'm not mispronouncing it. And
Seventh Heaven with
is
Jessica
that what she's from?
Biel. Yeah, of course. That's how she got big, dude. She got too hot for the show.
Yeah, she is too pronounced looking. Like it's just she's too much of a I don't even know if she's that beautiful, but she just looks like a model, you know, just because her big lips and her fucking the way she's shaped. It's just hard to take her as a normal character, even though she's a pretty good actress in it. But one thing that happens in this show that really really annoys me is that they have incest between the two sisters. And what I hate about a lot of movies, even when they do anything weird sex scenes that you're supposed to feel weird about because of the plot narrative, but as a human, you're like, those are just two actresses
yes.
that are very attractive doing something very attractive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it annoys me because they're trying to be like, don't you feel weird about how turned on you are right now? And it's like, no, you're trying to make me feel weird about how turned on I am.
You were the sinner all along, audience.
Yeah, I remember when Halle Berry showed her breasts in that movie Monsters Ball.
Oh,
no.
I've never seen Monsters Ball.
Yeah, no, Swordfish she did show them, but the thing is that in Monsters Ball she's having an actual sex scene, right?
Okay, in Swordfish you just see them shining off of John Travolta's forehead.
Dude,
that's
it is the most degrading tit shot in the world. It serves nothing to the point of the show of anything. She's just sunbathing and just shows them, and then they cut away, and it's like, wow. And I remember reading that she wanted the role but really didn't want to do that, but they were like, we really need it. She's like, fine, I'll do it for the role. And then you look at it, you're like, you're a director who just wanted to see Halle Berry's tits. You just wanted to see Halle Berry's tits. You piece of shit.
It was a whole Hollywood ploy to convince people that John Travolta was not gay.
Yeah, which he is very, just so you know, and bald.
No, he's not. He's straight and his hair is real. What are you talking about?
He's a god. He is the movie Michael is a documentary about him.
I don't know what that movie is, but
it's a movie it's an awful movie where he plays an angel.
Oh, okay.
It's actually known as his downfall. After his Pulp Fiction, he became a bit of an action star, and then boom, dropped right around Michael.
Did you know that they actually switched his face and Nicolas Cage's face on Face Off, and they've actually switched careers ever since?
Yeah, that's
what happened.
Kind of true. Nicolas Cage always had a better career, I think.
I think so, because he embraced it, especially recently. I want to watch that movie. I think it's what's it called? Something about space? The Colors of Space or some shit. It's like a horror movie.
Did you see Mandy?
Yeah, I saw Mandy. I was very high and drunk.
Yeah.
No, I was just high and drunk. I was with the boys back at the old apartment, back at the comedy apartment.
Oh shit! Good times.
Yeah, good times. I don't remember it very much. I just remember it being red. That's the movie to me.
Yeah, there's just a fun scene where he's going, Nicolas Cage nuts, and it's very interesting.
Yeah.
So entertaining to talk about. Also, I'm just so
glad. I'm really glad we're talking about this right now.
Mundane reminiscing of movies we kind of remember. Isn't that? That's what the podcast.
That's the thing. Is I'm the worst at remembering movies. I don't remember any movie whatsoever. There's no point in recapping movies.
Anyway, the point is that that in that scene with Halle Berry, she's having what's supposed to be like really sad sex, like her kid just died, and she's like so miserable, and this guy's kind of like taking advantage of the moment, but she has like very passionate sex with him while she's like, but she's half crying while she's having sex, you know. But to me, all I saw was Halle Berry moving around naked. You know what I mean? Like I remember like being annoyed that it's like, you're making me feel so goddamn weird about enjoying this. It's not right. Like it annoys me.
That's the titular scene of the movie where she has to suck on Billy Bob Thornton's ball, which is called the monster's ball, right?
Yeah, that's
okay.
Man, you don't even need to rent it anymore. That is literally
okay. Good.
To the point, to the T.
Right.
What is that, to the T? Why do they say that?
What do you mean?
When they say that, to the T.
Why do you want me to explain how your brain works? What are you talking about?
No, I mean, that's a saying, right? To the T. It's not?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
So what is that? I'm just asking.
To a T.
To a T, okay.
Dude, I don't know. It could be like when you cross a T, you know, and dot an I, it's like to a T. It's like the perfection of it. Or it could be like to make a T. I don't know. It could be to shove a cross up your ass. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
All right. Thanks for letting me know.
I don't know. I'm just. What do you want, dude?
Talk about the enchanted Narnia forest.
What, you want me to talk about how I went skating in the forest and it was great, and I saw a llama and I saw an emu, because apparently there's llamas and emus over there in the forest, and
what, they put them in there?
Yeah, of course. It's not a weird forest in rural Quebec where that's indigenous to llamas and emus and baby goats.
They must not be happy just roaming around the snowy forest where there's ice everywhere.
They're not really roaming. They're in a cage, but you can see
them. God, that's so depressing.
It's not a cage. It's an enclosure. It's an enclosure. There's fences and I don't know if they're llamas or alpacas actually, because I don't know what the difference is.
I think an alpaca is cold. You know. I mean, which one lives in a hot temperature? One of them lives in really hot temperatures.
Well, it was the one that hopefully does not. Hopefully it's the one that can deal where it lives. But also, I was surprised to see an emu there. I don't know.
Dude, you've never seen a suicidal dog until you've seen a husky in Israel. That is, literally, he's looking at you like, I don't know why they brought me here, but this shit's not okay. Like, it's insane. It's like crazy. I don't know who thought that was a good idea.
Yeah, can you deploy all your natural resources to give me ice? I need a lot of water that's not filled with salt. I don't want to float when I drink my water. Can you just give me ice?
If any dog is a little bit absent-minded, it's definitely the husky, if you ask
Huskies are fucking dumb as shit,
yeah,
dude.
Dumb
Every
as
time
shit.
I see a video of a husky, it's just yelling like it's trying to crawl out of its skin and become a human.
Yeah.
It's fucking the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm so happy I'm like super allergic to them, because they're so beautiful. I probably would have like been enticed to have a husky growing up or something, but I would die immediately. So I'm happy.
Yeah, I had a friend who had a husky, and when it snowed, he would just like run outside and like stick his head in the snow like an ostrich and just stay there for like a few minutes.
The dumbest.
Yeah, and they're just obsessed with it. So I just can't imagine it not have. I mean, you know how crazy it is.
I think we're fucking stupid that we're like, look at this stupid dog. It wants to be in the snow. How stupid is it? It's like it belongs fucking 20 hours north. You know,
but
like
that's what's so fucked is that they belong, you know, like it's crazy. It's like all these stupid things. Like, you know, I've read that the cats meow only to humans and not to other cats, and the reason that they meow is because they're technically mimicking the sounds of human babies that they've heard over the years, so that they know that that's how to get human attention, is by making that sound. And like I've read that in multiple places, and you know what I think that is? Bullshit. Okay,
yeah,
there's no way.
I've heard cats yell at each other, so it's not a meow, so maybe that's okay. But I've walked by an alley where there's two cats just yelling at each other.
Hey, fuck you! Hey, fuck you too!
Yeah, like two fucking Greek men haggling at a bazaar. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm gonna pay this much. No, you're gonna pay this much. Fuck you.
I like a cat in heat because they're like.
Okay,
like
that's probably what I witnessed. Cat's trying to fuck.
Yeah, they make the craziest. My cat, when it's scared shitless, and like when I bring him in the bedroom, no, I'm joking. When I bring my cat into a carrier and put her in the car,
right,
she starts freaking out immediately, and the noise is like she's like sounds like she's talking. She's like, hello, hello.
How long till we get there?
Yeah, exactly. It's literally like she's saying hello over and over again, and it deepens and gets really high out of nowhere. It's very, very strange, but
I don't like that. Yeah, I had a friend who told me that the cat that they like brought in would just like stare at the door and yell like Mark, Mark.
Yeah, that's good.
Just asking for a dude named Mark to come by and just
Mark.
save him. Yeah.
And so, are you thinking maybe comedy's coming back now that the world's reopening, or is there any?
No, dude. But I don't know. I've heard different things. I've heard from the grapevine a couple different things about the vaccine being all right for sure by September. Not from government sources, from other sources. You know. Mm-hmm. I've heard that some states are fucking it up. I've heard that some states are doing real good and they'll have it all by August. I think honestly the states is the biggest like catalyst. I think if they get it first, we'll be fine. Because
the
like,
states is like fucking living their lives over there. Like Cuomo is opening up New York again. The march they're talking about,
dude. I still am in the from the one fucking little trip I took to Vegas. I'm still in the Vegas like comedians page or whatever, and they have mics 3-4. They have multiple mics a week.
Yeah, they're playing poker already in Vegas again. I know, and it's like here, it's crazy. It's like we've inquired about just getting vaccinated for my grandmother, and she's
not vaccinated yet.
No, and you can't even register for it yet.
She's 97.
Yeah, and they're still putting us under curfew. They're like, you can't leave out your house, but we're not giving the vaccine to anybody. It's insane. Dude, this province is a joke. It's really crazy. Like,
yeah, it's fucked up.
It's so annoying, and I don't know what to do about it.
I think the problem is that we have a province where our government like plays to the sensibilities of like the smaller regions or whatever, you know? We would need like a minister of Montreal to deal with like the minister of Quebec. You know what I mean? Like we need someone to represent our fucking stupid little part where like all the money comes from. Because I get it. I get that people like 6 hours north are pissed off that they can't go outside and like go to restaurants when there's like one case or whatever the fuck. You know, I get that.
But that's why like Saint Jean sur touch my ass is they're fucking they got what over there? They're allowed to go out all night and make poutine or whatever they're doing.
I don't know if they're allowed to go out yet. I think it's coming for them. I think the curfew is still in effect for the whole province. I'm not sure.
If I move to Dorval, is that still red zone, you think?
Yes, it is.
Bullshit.
It's the island of Montreal. What are you talking about? Even though it's not considered the island, it is on the geographical island of the city.
Yes. I just didn't know exactly where the red zone or how it works because it's all bullshit and they're all making it up as they go along. Okay, the vaccine's a hoax, the election was rigged, and the moon landing was faked. It's all crap.
I don't know. I've heard that like the next thing to look out for is the Denmark variant of the fucking because there's like the Brazil, the UK, the South African variants. Apparently, like the Denmark one is gonna be fucked up. I don't know.
Denmark, the living room mark, the bedroom mark. They're all
hey, look at you! You know other rooms, huh?
Dangerous. What was my favorite? A joke that I love way too much. It was if you're American in the living room and you're American in the bedroom, what are you in the bathroom? European.
Dude, that is something you keep for the 58-minute mark, not the 38-minute mark, so you can just fucking shut it off so we don't have to fucking deal with the repercussions of what you just said.
European!
That might be the title of the episode, but not like European, like you are a peon.
You are a peon.
Okay, good.
You're very welcome.
I didn't pour enough wine for this podcast.
Me neither. I didn't pour enough scotch. I was like, I'm already out, and then.
Dude, that's the thing. Is like I don't really like the last few weeks. I've been trying to drink only on weekends, you know. But tonight I like finally cracked open. I say this after buying it 3 days ago. I finally cracked open my bourbon that I bought.
Yeah,
and, boy did I miss bourbon. Nice little wild turkey. 101, baby.
You like a little bourbon, eh? And what do you do? Do you like sit back and listen to Bryan Adams?
No, I pour one of those like those little silver measuring cups you use for like shots and stuff, and I just pour it right into my asshole. That's what I do.
No, I think what you meant to say is what you do is you take a straw, you dip it into the bourbon, you hold the top, you take it out, you put that into your ass, and then you ask your lover to blow it in. And then I say, Jason, again.
Jason, don't call me your lover.
It's already clogged with cocaine. We have no time for this. I love how they what movie is that starts off with a guy just blowing coke up a girl's ass?
Good question.
I feel like it's a Scorsese movie.
I mean, blowing it up her ass?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to rewatch Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf, that's it. That's exactly what it is.
I think it might be that. I would have to rewatch that for more stock market tips after The Big Short has given me an extra good month on the stock market. Just learning little by little, you know? Then I'll watch Wall Street 2.
I just don't like it. Like, I just wish I had those kind of balls to invest and to short. I have a friend who does it all the time.
I don't fucking
explaining to me how he was made he's made like $40,000 over the pandemic just shorting. It's crazy.
I can't imagine.
What I would do with $40,000, a simple man like me.
That sounds amazing, but I can't imagine having the ball. Dude, I don't have. If nothing happens within a week, I would sell everything. Are you kidding?
Yeah, but
I don't have the balls.
But of course, because the difference is, when he gets a bonus, it's our salary is his bonus.
Right. Okay. I didn't know what kind of friends you were talking about.
What's interesting about that is that you don't need the craziest salary for that to be your bonus. There's just some companies that, like, some lines of work, especially in the banking industry, where bonuses just work out just are crazy amounts. They're like at least a quarter. They're usually a quarter of your salary.
That's fucking insane.
Insane.
I've also heard of like software engineers getting like a 15% cost of living adjustment every year. Yeah. And it's like where's that cost of living? Where do you live?
This must be boring for everybody, but did you get excuses to put your personal like your rent and hydro and everything on your taxes?
Isn't there? I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. I feel like I could just do Isn't there like the government of Canada, like you just $2 a day for every day that you worked or whatever the fuck?
Yeah, I think it's yeah. You're right. You're probably right. It's actually
$2 a day, baby. Huh? Let me get that $300.
It's ridiculously not all right. It's and that's like, but how does that work? No, no. That's not right. It's not $2 a day. I'm thinking.
Yeah, there is. The standard one is $2 a day, up to $400 is what you can get.
Oh, really? That's it?
Yeah, that's unless you want to do the math where it's like you calculate based on your living space and the fucking average of your whatever. Then you got to do all that shit math, and it's like I'm not gonna fucking calculate. I'm not gonna take out a tape measure to see how much the government for an extra $26 on it. It's not gonna be $1,000 that they'll give you. It's up to $400. There's no way that the more complicated version of it is going to give you anything more than $500 or whatever. So,
bitch. That's how I'm going to go to the office and be like, bitch. And then I'm going to be like, sir, do you have a complaint? Do you want to talk about anything? I'm like, bitch.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, sir, you need to leave. I'm like, fair. That's fair. But I wanted to express myself.
Yeah. I really can't wait to see how many listeners we lose, because we fooled him into thinking this was a astrology podcast with the last podcast episode title, and then the next one's gonna be called European, and
do you think
get 12 listeners?
If they listened to that podcast and thought, "Oh, I love this astrology podcast," and then listened to the next one and were like, "Why is this one called something different?" They deserve what's coming.
Yeah.
The truth is, we at this point, if you ask me, we should probably not even release this podcast because I don't even know what we've said of entertainment value throughout this.
I think we had a good 10 minutes so far to 43. So
yeah, that's brutal. I don't want to lose.
No, it's not.
Maybe
it's fine.
Have we taken 1 week off?
Have we taken a week off? No,
I don't think we have.
We have not, and it shows in our product, which is nice.
Which means it's garbage. Is that what you mean?
You know what? I think it's listenable. I don't think it's the best. I think we've had a lot better episodes.
I don't think it's the best. If you were like, we have one of the best podcasts, hands down, we deliver content that we thought about, that we care about.
That'd be sick if we could do that. But I'm not sad, but I'm tired most of the time. I'm tired.
That means
a
you're
lot.
depressed. By the way, when you look back at this after everything falls apart and you're like, I wonder what happened. I'll be like, remember when you said you were tired? That's because you're sad. You see those scars on your neck and your wrists? That's all started when you said you were tired.
No. I'm very happy.
February
but the last 2 days
21.
have just been. The last 2 days I've been tired. Okay.
Well, there's no sunlight. There's nothing.
It's getting better, actually. I feel like this is like the least bad winter we've had in a while.
That is for sure true. There's only been 2 dumps of snow, and I know just because of just driving around St. Henry and how many times I have to move my car. You know, it's like I really remember. I remember the first year I got it. It was brutal. It was like every fucking day there was a dump of snow.
Right.
There was no parking anywhere, and it was hell. This year, not so bad. Temperature's not so bad. I don't think my heating bill is gonna be that bad. Man, I'm such a fucking Jew. All I've been talking about is fucking bills and how much things cost. I'm getting so old, Jason. It's like, how the fuck? I'm 40 years old.
You're not 40.
I'm 42 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be 47 next year. And all I can think about is like the future, and problems.
I can't wait for you to just fucking buy your house and have 4 kids and.
And 4 kids?
Forever.
What are you talking about? 1 kid.
I said it, just 1 kid, and then you're like, let's do another one. Then you have
maybe 2.
A set of triplets.
No, I'm hoping. I'm hoping we have 2. There's history, and I think we're gonna get 2. And I've heard some tricks that you can do right after pregnancy that you can control which one.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
Yeah. There's ways you can make sure one's a boy and one's a girl. There's just certain. Yeah. If you
twins?
paint the outside of one side pink and one side side blue.
Just stand by the microwave halfway, and then you'll get the one boy and one boy with an extra dick.
No, you play music, you play like baseball games and stuff like that to one of them, and the other one you play like
softball.
Recipes, outside recipes being read out.
Hey, that's sexist.
And then you get a really clean boy and an athletic woman, and isn't that perfect?
Oh, so the boy's the recipe guy, and then the girl's the softball.
Duh, Jason! Okay. Jason! I can't even believe you thought otherwise. What did you think? Jesus. Jesus. I'm a very open person. I dig the world the way it is right now. I like the changes that are happening. I think all liberal people are right about everything, and no one should disagree. But I will admit that sometimes it just hits me the wrong way. Like I was watching a video of this channel for graphic design that I tend to like watch a lot, and it started off, and the person was like. Just wanted to let you guys know that my pronouns are they, them. Anyways, back to the video, and I instantly just turned it off. I don't know why. Yeah. Because I've been watching this person for like a year, and just the fact that they started with that after a year was just like, just wanted to let you guys know. And I was like, I don't think you need to let me know that, you know? I just instantly was turned off by it. And
Is it because you're not addressing the video in any certain way? Like, you're not going to talk to them? Is that why? Like...
No, it's just that the personality type that wants to open up a video by giving their pronouns annoys me. I don't know why. That's what I'm saying. And I don't have a proper reason for it, but the second if someone's like, hi, my name's this and my pronouns are, I instantly am so annoyed for some reason. Even though I agree that they get the pronouns that they want and I'll call them whatever they want and that's the way it should be, you have to admit, it's a little annoying.
See, like, if it's they, them, like, it's like, whatever, you know? But if it's, like, a guy who's clear, like, if I opened up the podcast by being like, hey, my name's Jason, he, him, then it's like, yeah, what, like, you don't have to say, you know what I mean? Like, there's no need to say it. Like, it's what we assume.
Or how about a guy like you or me who look like you and me, talk like you and me, and goes, hi, my pronouns are they, them. But you're like, okay, fine. But dude, you called me dude 7 times in this conversation. You know what I mean? Like, I think we know. And that's pretty much what it was. It was like that. It's like, okay, like, why? I don't know.
So my pronouns are they, them. So anyways, I was smashing this chick last week. And... it was fucking brutal. Her pussy stank. It was fucking the worst. Anyways, I'm going back to boys next week. But
yeah, that's how like a certain comedians should start all their sets. My pronouns are they, them, and then they can say whatever the fuck they want about whatever they want, and then they just have to stand on that. I'm a they, them, you know. One time, I don't know if I ever told you this. My sister was looking for was looking for housing, and they said queer only, and my sister is queer, so they were like, so she asked me if I could come see the place with her, because you know, like, I always wanted to help her out, because she hadn't looked for a place in years, and she just wanted some support, and so I went with her. I was going straight from my job, where at the time I was working for a financial company, so I was wearing like a suit and tie. And we go in, and it is this place near Atwater, and it is grungy as fuck. Like, I don't know what was crunchier, the floor or the tenants. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it was really like, and there were dead mice like scattered around the place. And these two very they-thems were chilling and like giving us looks while we were looking at the place. Okay. And obviously, when I saw the dead mice, I was like, well, that's kind of, you know, I'm like, how long? I'm like, are there a lot of mice? She's like, whatever. They show up sometimes, but not really. And I was like, okay, like, sorry for asking an obvious question.
Yeah, it's just that if you disturb mouse shit, it's toxic for some reason. So, you know.
Yeah. And so we looked around or whatever, and then my sister knew about this posting because she's part of a Facebook group, right? So then after we left, she called again, and they said, sorry, the place is up for grabs, or was taken already. And then she saw a post in the group that said, if you are not queer, and like started like tearing my sister like a new one about not being queer because like the best looking man in the world in a perfect tailored suit, who like course, you know, who made them question their sexuality when he came in.
Of course, that's what happened.
They thought for sure, and then like they just tore her apart, and she was like, she said something like, "You're judging my sexuality just because I walked in with my brother. Do you know how fucked up that is? Like, you're like what you're doing? It's hilarious. Like, you're doing what." And then they're just like,
because I walked in with my sexy brother.
Yeah, with my perfect brother that people just... Meanwhile, once we were both at the hospital for my grandmother, and we were both sitting there waiting for the doctor, and the doctor came in and thought I was her father. She's like, oh, it's nice that you're here with your father. I'm like, that is literally... I started crying. And I stabbed the doctor 72 times in the shin.
Why is that part of the joke?
I don't know. It's a pretty precise place to stab him. I think by the time you get to the 72nd, you're going over the same stab wounds.
Right.
You're definitely re-entering the same.
Especially on the shin. Yeah. Are you still smashing your shin every time you go to bed?
No, I've been better, but I did wake up to my girlfriend with a
nice.
Shit! Like a few nights, and it made me smile a little bit.
Yeah.
It's because I think it's fucking hilarious.
It's good, man.
Yeah,
man. That was my number one best move moving to this place, is getting rid of the bed frame. Just like, because I have like another thing that the bed like, you know, sits upon.
Yeah.
Just like, it's obviously not
like a box spring.
No, it's because I have the adjustable bed.
I forgot. See, you're fucking old.
It's got like 6 legs or whatever, so it's like, you know, 5 or whatever 8 inches off the ground. So it's not like I'm a postgraduate student with the, you know, just mattress in the corner of the room or whatever. Oh, so yours is high. It's whatever. It's a normal height.
Right.
It was the same height as before. Like it's the same height as having a bed frame. It's just I don't destroy my shins every fucking day now.
Because I had what I liked. The truth is, it was just broke. It just like because I fucked a lot on it.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about the amount of times that, and this is like not to show off, because I'm not trying to say it's because I had a lot of sex. It's just because my bed frame was old. But so one time I was having sex, and just while we were having sex, the bed frame, one of the legs just fucking broke off, and the whole thing just tilted to one side, right? And so and it's really brutal, because at first you're like, ha, oh my god, we were doing that so, and then you're like, oh shit, what the fuck am I gonna do now? Like after she leaves, you're looking at your bed going, no, I'm actually fucked right now.
I gotta remove the entire thing and sleep on the floor.
Sleep on the floor like a homeless person. Like,
it's because you think that you had to fuck by just inserting your dick in and then like taking your entire dick out and then going back in, and then, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I was
hitting the ceiling.
What I was doing is I was taking running starts from across
the
room.
So and then every time you went in, you're like, all right, back out again.
Yeah, back out like, all the way
back
with one
to
of
the
those
wall. Yeah. Then you run back in. Yeah.
Yeah, with one of those bungee cords attached to
the
wall. Like, you know that exercise they do?
Yeah.
That'd be wicked.
And then Yeah, you use her legs as those ropes in those classes. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you have to explain it better. In what are they called? CrossFit.
CrossFit.
Training.
Yeah. So you take the legs and you just wiggle them around. You know?
Yeah. So yeah, you know how sex works. So
Yeah. Everyone listening, you guys know.
Yeah, you know how sex
Fellas, you know how sex be.
The point is, I tried to fix it with because like I've never had toolbox. I have like Ziploc bags full of random screws and hinges and shit that I've collected over the years.
Right.
And
Allen keys mostly.
yeah, and I try to like hinge it back together, but it pretty much breaks every 3 or 4 months. You know, just like, and if I ever had a girl over again, I started having really quiet, soft sex. Like, oh, you're so romantic. I'm like, no, I can't risk the bed right now. I can't do anything dirty or crazy.
Yeah.
She's like, can I go out on top? I'm like, no, you're gonna go wild. I don't have the insurance on the bed. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Right.
I'll keep the pace to this. And I
And
finally
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2.
yeah, exactly. And finally, I managed to fix this bed so that it wasn't straight. It was at a complete angle, but it was still sturdy. That it would never actually break. It squeaks like crazy even time you move over.
But it was at an angle.
But it was at an angle. Yeah, it was at a slight angle, but you could really see it from afar.
Me off, yeah.
And then I literally had been sleeping on that bed frame for forever. But what I like is just I like a tight bed frame, same size as the mattress exactly.
Yes, that's perfect. But that's also the angled bed frame on an off level explains your posture and everything about you.
Yeah, I guess so.
Your brain probably fucking grew at a different angle for a little bit. Now you're fucking stupid as hell.
Good one, Jason. That's a fucking bird. No, it makes sense. That's why my left ball is so much bigger than my right ball.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all been dripping down into one side.
That's what happens, yeah.
That's what happens.
All the cum from one ball
Everyone
drips
knows that.
down into the other.
Everybody knows. I did see some advertisements for some underwear that has compartments for your dick and balls.
That sounds horrible. That sounds like what Hannibal Lecter had to be put in court.
Why do you lie? It doesn't sound comfy at all?
That sounds like a fucking... Oh, man, no, I don't like that.
I don't know if I like it. I was trying to think about it. I'm like, I don't know. I kind of like the idea that, like, nothing touches each other. It's
I
kind of
can't.
nice.
Now I'm playing with my balls. I can't.
Yeah, what else is fucking new? I'm a
I
man.
can't. I guess I'd try it out. I would try it out, and I would be pleasantly surprised if it worked. If it worked for me.
I almost went for Manscape. That's another one we need to get. Manscaped. We need to get.
Oh, you almost bought one. Not you almost went for the service of getting Manscaped.
Yeah, I almost bought one, but it's so goddamn expensive. So
Is it?
Did I tell you this? That all my hair trimmers broke on the same evening. Like my one I used for my beard and for my body and for my head. All of them. There's 3 different ones. Obviously, they all broke, and bad news, First of all, they didn't break. They just dulled out. The one in my hair was like grabbing my hair and like tugging at it. It was so painful.
That
sucks. And it's fucking. You don't even know. Don't even act. You don't even need razor. You just like rub on your hair and then blow it, and it probably falls out or something like that.
I'm hairless completely from head to balls.
Dude, I need I need blades to cut this stuff. Like when the battery's even a little bit low, it's like, and it just stops in the middle of my body hair, and it is so goddamn painful. And again, you need like a portable fan that you just turn on. Like one of those things, and you just whip that around, and it just slices you nice and clean.
I just every time I shower, the hair just falls right off.
Jesus, that's insane. Like every fucking hair of my body is like a
cactus prick. Yeah.
It's like a full body. It's like a family home with a deep rooted basement, a deep foundation that's like deep in the ground with a 2-level basement. That's like it's like an Arab family.
Yeah, 2-level basement. Jeez.
You never seen a 2-level basement before?
No.
No. Me neither. I never just made it up.
Okay, good.
I think no. You know what? It is weird in the hills, in the rich hills. People have like not real. They're kind of basements, but they're half basements because half.
They're
of
basements,
the
but then like you still have a window to the city.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're
on the fucking mountain that overlooks the city over the fucking plebeians.
I had somebody give me home buying advice who has a mansion in Westmount, and they're like, and then I was talking about buying in Dorval, and he's like, when I bought my house, it was it was a shell I had to build up, and I was like, dude, you were in the hills, like, what are you talking?
You bought $1 million fixer upper. What are you talking about?
It doesn't matter how smart someone is and how amazing they are at what they're talking about. If they're living a different life than you completely, it's very hard to take in. Like,
absolutely.
Even though that's probably who you should be taking it from, someone who's made it by paying attention to these things. It's just like you're like, yeah, I can't. You don't. I can't even relate. Like, there's no way.
Of course not. Not if they make that kind of money.
It's like when I try to give you sex advice. You're like, okay, I can't take this.
From because
the king of sex. You're like, I'm going to do it any way I want. Dirty, no condom. I don't care who it is. Cousin. Boy next door.
How'd you go that way? How'd you not go?
Because I saw you and you were winding up and you were going to call me a dirty slut. And I was like, you know what? I need to cross the dirty slut off. I need to cancel it off before.
Okay, so I'm the dirty one. Okay, whatever.
So I made you the dirty one. That was the plan.
That's a good ending, I think.
Yeah. All right. Another short one.
No, it's a full hour.
I want you to go through the things you brought up today.
I brought up the Zoom show. I brought up the the grocery store. I did good.
You did good, kid. You did good, kid.
Fuck off. It was a I would say in the bottom second, third. It's not a top tier episode, you know what I mean?
No, we apologize.
No, we don't. They're free. Thank you for listening. They're free, but also thank you for listening. And also, you know what? When we don't live in fucking in fucking New York City. We don't live in even Vancouver. We don't live in a place where we're allowed to fucking see each other and have lives right now. We're not allowed to do anything, So the podcast reflects that. That's the reality of the situation where I had to go skating in the woods. I had to drive and come back in the same day. I couldn't rent a nice bed and breakfast. I couldn't go to an Airbnb and have the time of my life. I had to be back here for curfew.
Oh yeah, and it's true. And those rest stops off the highway you go to, those
I couldn't do that either. I couldn't. The Vaseline jar in the car. It was of no use this week. And it dried up in the cold, and it's so cold.
I am not a Jew. I just brought it. I brought it back, baby.
Anyways, European. Thank you for checking out European, the episode of the podcast.
Next week, Jason will be writing 6 minutes just for the podcast. We're super excited about it.
You're letting me?
Yeah.
You're finally letting me write jokes for the podcast?
I've decided I'm not even going to demand the email first with the joint Google Doc where I correct all your inappropriate language.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, because we all know that this is a scripted podcast where usually I don't write anything. I don't know. We just write a full hour script for both of us.
Thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Good God. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Friendship.